are now in an open area. You see like a river. There are two rivers. Some kind of grass is growing, not sex grass.
How can you be sure?
Yeah, that's right. You never know.
I'll have to roll around it and find out.
There is looks to be like a 10-foot wall. There's a passage through it, and there are vines growing up everywhere.
So all of this appears once the butler has closed the door?
Yeah, like there's no sign of any castle or anything. You are now like in an open field. That's the image you see. And you also see like these swarms of gnats flying around.
Sully, Windflower, do either of you recognize this magic?
Does the magic feel familiar to me? See if I could figure out what kind of magic it is.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check.
And can I figure out if we're still in the
Let's say 23.
It's hard to determine what magic this is. It's definitely magical, and you are still in the Shadowfell. You realize that that room is just basically teleporting you to this whatever this place is.
I relay that information to the group. We're still in the Shadowfell.
There's no sense of the undead.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
The mist is still here. The fog is still around.
Well, it seems like there's one obvious place to go. Through the tunnel. Is it a tunnel or just like an archway?
It's kind of like an archway, and that leads into like another area where there's fog and there's another field. To your right, if you look to your right about 40 feet, there is a small little house. It looks to be made of, just looks like a wooden, maybe one-room house.
Oh, do we want to try the house first?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to cast Dancing Lights and create 4 lights, and they're just glowing orbs, and I'm going to move them between us towards the house. So all 4, yeah, just as to light the path to the house.
Okay, yeah. The grass is fairly long, and it just kind of waves around. Looking up at the sky, it's hard to, you don't get too much of a view of the sky itself because of the fog, but every once in a while the fog will move and you can see like a moon looking down on you.
Like actually looking, or like we can just see the moon?
You can see like a moon.
I'm going to take out my mug and fill it and then pour one out for the Moonlit King.
So I'm going to suggest, if we're going to go to the house, that Rothgar takes the lead and opens the door while us artillery type casters hold back and blast away if anything should happen. Although Rothgar is undisposed at the moment.
Right, that's what makes this plan perfect.
I'll go up with him.
Looks like he's coming back. So Rothgar opens the door, and what gets him?
Hey, I can hear you.
So as you make your way to the little one-room house, the fog starts to move away, and there is one cow standing in the field and just watching you as you approach the house.
So I'm a bit
Gee.
lost at the moment. Why is there a cow in the Shadowfell?
We went to
Why indeed?
and it seemed to have teleported us to this field.
Alrighty.
Also, your mug works now.
Does it actually work now?
I just drank a beer out of it.
When he took it, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Whenever I take it.
I wanted it not to work. I was messing with the butler. I wanted to continually dump dirt on the floor of it.
If I grab it, does
Actually-
it continue to work, or?
Well, yeah, you grab it, look at it, it's full of dirt.
Alright. Okay. I'll just find some other use for it.
Does the cow
Moo.
look off to us, or like look off to me? Does it seem weird, other than the fact that it's there? Like, does it seem like it might attack or become angry if we get too close to it?
Give me a perception roll.
Let's see, a 9.
Just another cow in the Shadowfell.
Theria, you're good with animals. Tell it to fuck off.
You know, Rothgar doesn't have a llama.
Do we want this thing to leave? What do you want me to do? You want this to be Hrothgar's mount?
I've got a perfectly good mount back somewhere, presumably. Assuming that place was not trampled through some.
I'm pretty
Those
sure
ants have been eaten already.
even if that place hasn't been trampled, I'm pretty sure they haven't just been keeping our giant ants fed for 6 months.
I'm sure they've utilized them in some way. They're good workers.
I'm pretty sure they might have like tried to melt the people who came to feed them.
Well, maybe they should roll better.
I mean, I recognize that it's unusual to have a cow in the Shadowfell, but I'm not going to get super paranoid about them right now. Why don't we try the house?
There is a window, so if you want to go through that.
I'll peer through the window first.
It's kind of smudged, but it just looks like a one-room house. There's a table and cooking stove.
So I'm going to bash through the window with my shield.
I was going to say, is the door not unlocked?
I thought this was our thing now. We were just going to make as much noise as possible.
All right. Well, while Sully is bashing in the window, I'll kick in the door. I'll fly up and kick in the door.
Watch the window be the thing that's trapped.
Moonflowers is looking on this, and he's seeing his compatriots, his friends, bash this house, and he's just having flashbacks to the peaceful mind flare house that or is a nice old mind flare, and he just feels ashamed right now.
All right, so who kicks in the door?
I kick in the door.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't take much. Pieces of the door come flying off, and it opens up into this little one-room home.
Do I see anything in there while Sully is bashing in the window?
Just a little cot and a stove and a table.
Nobody in there, though?
Not that you can see from standing, like from just kicking in the door.
Okay. So I'll walk over to the stove and see if there's anything within the stove.
If there's anything, what?
In the stove.
There's a fire going.
Okay. As I'm walking in, do I see anything else?
If you want to give me an investigation roll.
Damn it. 9.
Just typical items that you would find, or like a roll of clothes and a plate, some.
All right, so I'm gonna start just going full burglar and just ransack the place.
Okay.
Aaron's definitely losing his patience.
I telepathically communicate with Aaron and say, "Was it?" He's like, "What are you doing? We need to hurry in our destination."
And Aaron just shouts out to the air, "We don't even know where we are or where we're going."
And I reply, "Or what you're doing."
Yeah, I'm just standing watch outside. Probably hovering right next to Theria, just like, another one. Come on.
All right, Sully, you've successfully smashed the window.
And I'll walk in through the door.
Okay. All right.
So as Sully walks in, Aaron looks at Sully and is like, "What the hell is going on? What are we doing here?"
Well, somehow this new place that we're in is related to the real lair of the Lich Queen. At least, if Steve is to be believed, then he's usually pretty trustworthy. Now, I don't know if the house is related to it or we go through the archway, but the house seemed like a logical first place to start.
There's
So
nothing in here.
I'm gonna look for like a secret hatch in the floor or loose floorboard or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Aaron says, "Good luck, Sully. I've gone over this place with a fine-tooth comb."
I got a 19.
So as you're investigating, looking around this room, you notice that there are these sigils written on the doorway.
Can I read them? Is that an Arcana check?
Yeah, you can give me an Arcana check. Uh-oh. Is that the owl bear? Is he back?
Yes. Definitely the owlbear.
That's why he had a picture up.
I rolled a natural 20, so it's a 25.
You, as you're investigating, looking at the sigils on this doorway that you kicked in, you realize that this is teleportation, some sort of dimension door, and essentially there's a trigger that will set the next person that walks through it will set it off.
Well, it's promising. I'm wondering if I'll explain this to everyone, but I'm wondering, is this a way of warding off people who are trying to get at whoever lives here, or just a way to get to wherever the Lich Queen is?
Is it like just inside the door, or
Around the door frame.
Yeah, it's around the door frame.
So I'm going to start looking around for the trigger, like a physical trigger.
I communicate with Sully. Is it around the window? If not, then exit through the window is just fine.
No, it's the trigger is the way the sigils are written. It will activate the third person that walks through it will activate it.
Well, 2 people to walk through it.
that's oddly specific. Is it one directional?
Unless there's another one on the other side.
I could take a look on the other side to see if there's sigils there.
On the other side of the door?
Yeah, on the other side of the door, on the outside of it.
No, you don't see any. It's basically like in the door jamb as you walk in. So it's like written
Somebody-
all along.
Okay, somebody pushed a cow through the doorway.
I'll do that.
Okay. You go up to the cow to push it?
I approach the cow.
Okay. It looks at you with its sad cow eyes.
I just stare at it for a second.
Okay.
Let it know that I'm boss.
All right.
And does it have like any sort of collar or anything like that?
I know there's a fancy term for it. Yeah, it's got like a little bell on it.
The cowbell and stuff?
Yep. More cowbell.
Once. All right, so then I'll grab the collar and begin to kind of direct the cow
Okay.
to see if I can get it through the door.
All right. So as you reach to grab it, it looks at you and snaps, and you can see its mouth open. It has vampire fangs and attacks you.
I punch it. I fucking stop it.
19 is a miss.
That is correct.
23 is maybe a hit,
Yeah, I'll take it.
and an 18 is a miss.
Right.
All right. You take 14 piercing damage,
Mm-hmm.
and give me a con save.
What's
17.
That will not make it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and use the Indomitable for now.
All right.
18.
That does not make it either.
That is unfortunate.
Wasn't your first roll a 19?
Yeah.
DC is 20.
No, I think it was a 7. I think it was a 17 before.
Yeah, DC is 20.
Oh.
Okay.
So it leaves 2 puncture marks in your hand. You start to feel kind of queasy. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, God damn it.
Jesus Christ. Natural 1.
24 for me.
So that's a 2. But I suppose that's still better than snore.
The Shadowfell has overtaken him.
That apathy is no joke.
You got that right.
Are you sure there isn't like a vampire pig out there as well?
There could be. You never know.
I thought that was like
Pig.
a dog or something that was just kind of sitting at first. It's just like,
I figured I'd be the one that fell asleep tonight.
Rothgar, you're up first. The vampire cow has just bit you.
Can I pick this fucker up?
You could try.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
But yeah, it's sort of grapple, I guess. Fucking hell. 14. No, I have advantage. 16.
Hrothgar, what's your strength?
20.
Okay, yeah, you managed to grab it. You are now picking it up.
Ha! I'm just gonna like walk over to the door and just kind of drop it through.
Okay, and we'll get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, sure.
How big is this house?
Bam! Natural 20. It's one room house.
Miss.
I'm just wondering, like, how could, like, now that we're trapped in the room with the vampire cow, how big a room is it?
Well, it could have teleported us to a different place within the Shadowfell. So we're not necessarily in the room, so to speak.
17.
It could be bigger on the inside.
Okay. So you take 24 piercing damage, another con save.
All right, come on, fucking dice. Let's do this. God, that's a fail. I got a decent con save, but I roll a 3. It ain't gonna do me shit.
Uh-oh. All right, you. So the cow manages to bite you right in the chest and sink its teeth into you. You feel very, very weak, and you drop it to the ground before you can even get to the doorway.
Alrighty.
Who's up next? Sully.
So he's over near the doorway now?
Yep.
So I don't necessarily have to walk through the doorway. I didn't actually see it bite him. I just heard the kerfuffle. Sure, I guess I saw the attack of opportunity at least. So how far away from the door is the cow?
We'll say 20 feet.
All right. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try to chill touch the cow. 28.
Okay.
It takes 18 points of necrotic damage unless it's resistant or immune. Or it heals it.
Give me a perception roll.
22.
Yeah, you noticed that really didn't have an effect on it.
Okay.
All right, it's the cow's turn. Let's see. It, of course, stands up on its hind legs because it was only on all fours for your benefit. And then walks over and...
God damn it. Are we in the cow level in Diablo?
I'm just hoping that once we kill it, we find like a name tag that says Cow Dracula.
It goes after Moonflower.
Is the Moonflower right there?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was checking to see if that it wasn't trying to walk away from me. That fucker.
Oh, your sentinel feet?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and attack then.
Okay.
You're at disadvantage.
Yeah, all right. And a natural 20 and a 6. Let's see here. Total is an 18.
Okay. That's a hit.
Oh, delightful. 17 slashing from a magical weapon, if that matters.
Okay.
I just get the one attack for
Okay.
an opportunity attack. So,
Okay.
but now it can't move. It's got a speed of 0.
Okay. It looks at Moonflower with its big cow eyes. So give me a charisma save.
All right. Oh man. Shit. I have advantage on that, and I got a 14. I had terrible rolls.
You have inspiration.
I think I'm going to use an inspiration to re-roll that.
Mind Flayer becomes a cow for all.
That's 13.
Yeah, the cow seems to be your friend right now.
My old friend. I always knew. I've known that cow guy for a long time. So I look at it fondly.
Looks like Lincoln's awake again.
You may want to unmute him.
I don't know how to unmute him.
I assume unmute. Oh.
Wait. Like I see the thing go away and then it comes right back.
Uh-oh.
He may need to exit and come back.
Oh, well, how did you mute him in the first place?
I'm just fucking with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Alrighty. Hey, you should roll initiative.
Yeah, we're fighting a vampire cow.
Oh, I've got disadvantage on it anyway, so
But it's undead.
I got a 4.
Still beat me.
It hit me pretty hard. I guess. I mean, relative.
Is it really a vampire?
Yeah, it's really a vampire.
It is sapping my strength, apparently.
Right,
And it probably just charmed Moonflower.
is
Oh,
this
yeah.
being a vampire enough to piss me off to shake me out of my apathy?
It might.
Yeah.
Okay, Moonflower, you decide that you want to cast confusion on Rothgar.
Why would you want to do that? We're friends too. You don't want to hurt any of us.
I guess I'm better friends with the cow right now.
Yep.
That fucker. I'm gonna kill your friend, Moonflower.
You didn't do anything to hurt you.
He did.
What is this? Wisdom or charisma? Save.
So, whiz save.
Well, I'll have a +1.
You're at disadvantage.
I'm really not gonna make it. A 4.
All right. Then I believe. Yeah, they're just confused.
Wait a minute. Isn't confusion area of effect spell?
Yeah.
So it's a 10-foot radius sphere. So is it centered at Rothgar?
Yeah, it just gets Rothgar.
Okay.
All right.
It gets Rothgar, and Rothgar is right next to the cow. Would it also touch the cow?
If you wouldn't center it to get both of them, you'd move it to the side to protect your friend.
Gotcha.
But
No.
What's the DC?
16.
But it does catch Zep, but he shakes it off, luckily, and continues to roll film. All right, Theria, you're up. You have just Moonflower, go ahead and roll to see if you break the domination.
Well, what's the
DC 18.
what's the
Charisma.
is it a charisma save?
Yep.
Let me use this dice that gives me better. 22.
Yep, you shake it off and realize that the cow is not your best friend. So, Theria, you are now up. You've woken from your apathetic stupor.
Stop your.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna. What am I doing here? I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt. Where's this thing? +8. Uh, 18. Does that hit?
Yep.
All right. So it's radiant damage. I don't know if that does anything extra against this thing. It's 10 points of radiant damage, and it gives the next attack advantage.
All right. So that'd be Aaron soon.
So,
You're welcome.
thank you. I'm gonna pull an Indiana Jones and just shoot this fucker dead. And the way that I'm doing that is I'm casting Scorching Ray, and then action surging another Scorching Ray for a total of 12 rays. So the first one is at advantage. Let me just double check what that's going to be. Bonus is. So that's a +8. So first one is a 27.
Yep, that's a hit.
I need a tracker. Next one is a 19.
Yep.
Then a 26.
Yep.
And a 20. 21.
Yep.
22.
Yep.
Another 22.
Wow.
15.
Okay.
Is that a hit?
Miss.
It's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one's also a miss. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That's
7,
nine so far.
8, 9. And then a 21.
Yep.
And then a 26.
Yep.
And then the last ray is a 13, which is a miss.
Okay, so you got 9 hits.
So that's 18d6,
Okay.
71 fire damage.
All right. Definitely take a layer off. This cow is going to be well done. So if you like raw, you're not going to.
And then I still have a bonus action. So
Okay.
that I'm going to use to whip him with Bolshavath.
Okay.
That's a 15, so that's a miss.
All right. Go ahead and give me a dex save.
16.
Okay. So yeah, you try to strike him with Volsvoth, comes back, and then you hear a noise, and you look up, and a wooden piece from the ceiling falls off, strikes you in the head. You take 1 damage.
Okay. Like, ow, what the fuck?
The cow's dead?
No.
It's the wooden. It's a wooden piece though because it's struck your head. It's now on fire because you're fucking
Yep.
flaming hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got fire hair.
Yeah, it lands to the ground. It's on fire. Rothgar, you're up.
Did Moonflower? And you, after you broke your thing, could you immediately perhaps stop the confusion?
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
because he's not friends with the cow doesn't mean he likes you.
I can choose to stop. I can stop concentrating. Now that I kind of broken out of my stupor.
That'd be great.
So yeah, I'll stop. Moonflower stops concentrating.
Okay.
Oh, also, it's actually a 73 because 2 of those were 1s, and I get to treat 1s as 2s because it's fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to just go ahead and we're still 20 feet from the doorway.
Yep.
I'm trying to pick it up again.
Okay.
I want to see what happens. What's the third thing that goes through that door? What happens?
All right.
I'm gonna make it happen.
Okay.
So I'm gonna grab it. Oh shit! Do I have any disadvantage on this or anything?
Yeah, you got disadvantage.
All right. I naturally have advantage.
So it'll be just yeah.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Wow. And I didn't roll 1. Yeah, you grab it. It gets an attack of opportunity. 29, I think, is a hit.
Yeah.
It is 12, 17 piercing.
17 piercing.
Yep, and another con save.
19.
You passed.
Delightful. I'm gonna carry this fucker and throw him through the doorway.
Okay. Athletics, acrobatics at disadvantage.
27.
Yeah, you pick him up and chuck him through the doorway, and he lands on the other side and rolls into the house.
Okay. I just kind of like peer through because there's people in there, yeah?
Yeah, Sully and Arin soon. Just the cow was just thrown into the room with you.
I just look at Sully like, the fuck?
Maybe it only works on living people. Or people.
I will stand at the doorway then and just ready my axe.
All right. Sully, you're up.
I guess I'll take a second wind right quick, just get a little HP back.
Okay.
So how burned up does the cow look? After...
He's definitely sustained some damage. Yes, he's kind of smoking a little bit.
Medium rare.
Yeah, he's at medium rare right now.
But does he look like he's on his last legs, or does he look like basically going to come after us?
He looks he's pretty spry.
All right.
For a vampiric cow.
Then I am going to, I haven't done this in a while, I'm going to use a 3rd level spell slot to cast Bless on all of us.
Okay.
So everybody gets to add a d4 to any attack or saving throw.
For 1 round or forever?
Till I break concentration on that spell. Or a minute, one or the other. That's my turn. I'm going to try to get, over towards the window, away from the cow.
Okay.
Maybe it's a low ceilinged or a low roofed house, and he can't stand up all the way.
Wasn't built by dwarves, I'm sure.
Cows are pretty big, though.
Okay, so the cow is now in the room, and it will attack. I don't have to worry about sentinel feet. It will attack. Let's see who we pick. Arin Soon is the closest, so it attacks you.
Okay.
And 29,
That's a hit.
22,
It's also a hit.
20.
Where's my AC on this thing? I think that's a hit. Yeah, that's a hit. What kind of damage is it?
It is. You take 40 piercing damage, and I need 3 con saves.
I am going to use my Fiendish Resilience to make me resistant to that piercing damage.
Okay.
So, it's 20, correct? Total?
Will you take half?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then 3 con saves?
Yep.
And I add D4s to each of those because of the bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
First one. $25.
Mm-hmm.
Second one. 20.
Okay.
Then a natural 1, which I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll.
That's probably a good idea.
Jesus Christ. And another 20.
Okay. You do not feel any ill effects at this point. Moonflower.
All right. I'm going to. I'm going to cast Confusion on the cow.
All right. What's that? Wisdom.
How far away are we from this cow?
Oh, it's just going to catch the cow.
16.
Cow is pretty close to surrounded at this point, though.
That's it was DC 16, so it makes
Okay.
it.
All right.
That's it for me.
Okay. Period.
I guess I'll just start. I'm gonna take shots with my new bow. Does the bow have any advantage? Any bonus to hit?
No.
All right. I mean, I'm assuming I can use my dexterity, right? Like a normal bow?
Yeah.
All right. Crit.
All right.
What's the damage of this bow?
It's 1d10 plus your dex. It'd be different if you were fighting something that was a dragon.
Okay. 11 damage, and for crit, what do I do?
The percentage.
It's 11 damage, and I got a 90 for my percentage dice.
Okay, give me a d4 roll.
right. 2.
All right, it's on, obviously, gotten up. It's on 2 legs. So it damages one of its legs and falls over. It is now disadvantaged. It falls prone.
Nice. I'm going to take my second shot.
All right.
19 plus 12. So that's a hit. So it's 1d10. 5 plus my dex is 5, so 10 damage.
All right. All right, Arin soon.
All right, I'm smashing him with the green flame blade cantrip, and I get advantage because he's prone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I had a D4 to the attack roll, right?
Yeah.
Attack rolls and saving throws?
Yep.
21.
All right. Is that the damage?
No, 21 is to hit.
Oh, yeah. AC is 17.
Okay. So then, green flame blade is. So 23 damage, most of it fire, some of it slashing.
Okay.
And then using my bonus action to make another attack with Bolshavath. Which is a 9 plus 5 is a 14, and then I'm going to use Darkwind's Own Luck to add 10 to that, a D10 to that, which is 8, 9, 18.
Okay.
And then dealing another 11 slashing damage. Oh, wait, that's actually an advantage. I forgot, so I don't need to use Darkwind's Own Luck.
Okay.
But yeah, another 11 damage.
All right, Rothgar, hold on one second.
Connect normally, but Rothgar, hold on.
You are feeling weak. You have lost it. That's a word. You have lost 1 point of Constitution.
Well, I'm not gonna. That's gonna have to change.
You are up.
Maybe if you drink the cow's blood.
Maybe. Okay, let's because that technically adjusts my HP value.
Well, your hit points will stay the same. Just Constitution drops. I don't retro that.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Then, well, I can't. I'm outside. What I expected to happen didn't happen with this doorway.
Correct.
But just to be safe, I'm gonna swing my axe into the door frame to kind of break off whatever these runes are. Maybe breaking it apart will stop anything from affecting me.
Okay.
I don't know what it's. I don't know the magic. I don't know magic.
I don't know the magic, man.
29 to hit it. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You nailed that door.
I did 12 damage to the door frame,
Okay.
and then I step through.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
You step through. You are now in a room. It appears to be the same room that you were in before, but
Okay.
the cow is not there. Arin
about-
Soon is not there. Sully is not there. There is a tall skeleton man sitting at a table eating some soup, and he just kind of looks at you as you walk through the door.
Is this Albuquerque?
Should have made a right turn in Albuquerque.
And he just kind of looks at you. It is the cow's attack. So the cow has to stand up. Do you get an attack of opportunity? Arin?
No, not when it just stands up.
Okay.
No. That's an old 3 roll.
Okay. That's right. We don't like any of them. It will attack you again.
Bring it.
Oh, no. Better yet. It will gaze into your eyes and go ahead and give me a charisma save. It's sad cow eyes.
It shows the wrong save to pick on, though.
21.
Yeah, you're not falling for it. Moonflower, you have noticed that Rothgar went through the door and he disappeared.
I'm very concerned. I'm going to try to go through the door as well.
Rothgar, give me a D10 roll.
8.
Very good. Okay. All right. Yeah, you step right through the door, no problem. You're in the room with Arin Soon and Sully and the cow.
I feel slightly disappointed not to be with Aaron or Sully. I'm just going to cast Disintegrate on the cow.
Yeah, screw this shit.
Tired of this damn thing. I'm going to blow it to bits. So it's a dex save.
It does not make it.
Right, give me a minute here. I'm going to use the spell point to re-roll 4 of these die.
Okay.
Let's see. 11, 10, 16, 18. So that was a 1. All right, sweet. 83 damage.
What?
Yeah, the green ray hits it, and it. Any hopes you had of having vampiric cow steak, ribs, brain is gone. It is disintegrated to nothing. Just the bell is on the ground.
I take the bell as a memento.
Okay.
Because you can always use more cow.
Arin, give me another deck save.
16.
Okay, yeah, you notice this thing gets disintegrated. You go to take a step and you pull your foot back. You realize that there's a nail sticking up out of the floor. You almost stepped on it.
Oh, well, thank God. I'm only made of brass.
So Rothgar, you're in the room that looks very similar, but you're with this very tall skeleton who is eating some kind of soup.
I'm just gonna look around. I'll.
There's
Probably
a puddle of soup below it.
I'll just put the axe on my back and just kind of like, you got any beer?
He kind of looks at you and says, "No, you thirsty? You need some soup? You don't look too well."
Yeah, shit happens, I guess. Where am I exactly?
Well, you're in the Shadowfell.
Yeah. Is there a specific region?
Prairie Meadows.
And where's that in relation to the big castle?
The big castle. Can't say I've heard of that.
Have you ever heard of the Lich Queen?
Never heard of such a thing.
I'll look out the door.
Okay, yeah, it looks very similar scenery. You know, it's the grass and the vines and these two little streams that are going up to a wall.
Is there a cow?
If you look around enough, you do see a cow out there.
I'll ask the skeleton. That cow ever do anything funny?
Get close, it might bite you.
Hmm.
You haven't been bitten, have you?
Why? Is there something bad that happens?
You could say that.
Well, if one would say more, what would they say?
Well, you become, let's just say, interested in you acquire certain bovine tendencies.
Is there a reversal for this particular process? Asking for a friend.
Well, if you get it quick, catch it early.
How quick? What? Estimate.
Well, these are 6-second rounds, so say within at least the first couple of minutes, you should be okay.
Oh, okay. Do you have the ability to reverse that? Again, for a friend.
Oh, nothing I've got here. If you probably the princess can do that for you.
Where is she located?
Oh, beyond the walls, through the mist.
What's this princess look like?
Kind of a human, gray in hair.
Not real short. Shorter than me.
No.
Sure you don't got a beer?
I can look around and see what I've got.
What do you do here exactly?
Oh, tend to the fields.
Do the fields look tended?
Not really.
Yeah. Fine job. Okay. Well, do you need anything from me?
Well, if you want to sit down and we can have a chat. I haven't had any companions in a long time.
suddenly thinking of Frankenstein. There's cigars involved there. Really should get some beer. Let's find some beer, huh?
Can I hear you?
Meanwhile, Hrothgar is just starting to tremble.
Looks like you got the shakes. All right, so you guys are in the room with the disintegrated cow. 3 of you are in there. Theria is on the outside. Conrad is finishing his cigarette as he's just kind of looking around, and Zepp has, scanning the room to see what other angles he can get, making sure he's getting all the shot.
Aaron looks around and asks, "Hey, where's the dwarf?"
Attempting to attack the cow. He came through the doorway. Probably activated those dimension door runes around the door frame.
That I was really hoping I broke up.
So the answer is, I don't know that we know where he is. But he's probably within 500 feet or so. But we can't see through the mist, so flying up to figure out where that might be won't work.
I'm gonna try to jump in and out of the door, back and forth, to see if I can trigger it.
Do the runes suggest that it's people coming in and out, or is it only people coming in?
Only people coming in.
So just jump in 3 times and see what happens.
Okay.
I say to Moonflower.
All right.
You do it.
I'll do it if Moonflower doesn't want to. But he was already jumping in and out of the door.
Yeah, I was already jumping in and out.
Okay. Yeah, you do it like 3 times, 4 times. You keep doing it like you're up to the 6th time. Give me a D10 roll.
See, I'm pretty sure it always takes you to the same place every time.
What'd you roll? 5?
5.
All right, and Moonflower jumps through like the 6th time. He vanishes. You are now in the same room that looked like before. And there's like a skeleton, and he is sleeping on a bed.
Well, doubtless he's with Hrothgar now.
Is anybody else in the room?
Just a skeleton.
So we should all do the same thing so that we're not splitting the party.
All right. Let's do it.
All right, who's next?
Well, Sully looks like he's already going.
Yeah, I'll go next.
All right.
Roll a d10.
Yep.
1.
You vanish and then appear right back in the same room.
I think maybe we're overusing it. It's probably not used to this level of strain. Maybe we just need to jiggle the handle.
Can I make some sort of check to deduce that maybe this thing isn't sending everybody to the same place?
You can do that, sir, yes.
Would that be like a wisdom check?
Or Arcana or something like that.
No. 21.
Yeah, you realize that it is sending people to random places within a certain radius. Hard to determine what that radius is, but it is random.
Well, the bad news is now I'm not so sure it's sending everybody to the same place.
What do you mean?
Hrothgar may have been dimension doored one place, Moonflower to another, and everybody who goes through this thing to yet another.
Can I check the door on my side? Where I'm at? Is there runes here?
Yes.
Not knowing what the fuck's going on, I walk out, walk back in. I'll do it 3 times.
Okay. All right, give me a D10 roll.
5.
And you, Bamp, you are now next to Moonflower, and there is a skeleton sleeping on the bed.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Rothgar.
I'm so smart.
How'd you get here?
By using the door.
Was there a skeleton and where you were at?
A really tall one, yeah. Does this skeleton look similar, or?
Yeah, he looks very much like the one you were talking to.
Yeah, he looked like that, except he was eating soup. He didn't have any beer, so I'm gonna see ya. I jump out, in and out 3 more times in the door.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, give me a D10 roll.
7.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you vanish. So Moonflower, you see him jump through, and he vanishes again. You are now in a similar room. The skeleton is, you see his back too. He has got his hands up to the fire to keep. Looks like he's trying to stay warm.
I just kind of look at him. The hell are you doing? You got no nerves.
And he turns
How
around,
you
looks
feel
at
cold?
you, and says, "Oh, I'm good company. I'm very sorry. Would you like some soup?"
I jump through 3 more times again.
Okay.
1.
All right. You vanish and now appear with everyone else in the original room.
Everyone except for Moonflower.
Correct.
Okay. Hey, there we go. Hey, Sully, need your help.
What do you need? It's good to see you back, by the way.
Yeah. That fucking cow bit me. I was told it's real bad.
Like some sort of disease or something.
Of a sort, I guess. A disease or a curse, I don't know.
Can I make some sort of check for that?
Yeah.
What would that be?
Oh, new message.
Oh. As I write on a note.
Hmm? Okay. All right. Just give me an Arcana check.
19.
Yeah, you know that this is some kind of vampiric bovine disease, and catching it early
Oh, vampirism.
would be the best thing, and ultimately it will lead to transformation into a vampiric cow.
Remy,
So
before I want to get informed consent here. Do you ever have any desires to be a cow?
No.
Then maybe I should cure this thing.
Regular vampire, I consider it.
All right, I'm going to cast Greater Restoration on it.
Moo.
Didn't I initially tell Theria to tell Cow to fuck off?
Why would you do that, Moo?
Right, Moo.
Your fills with grass.
I don't have those skills anyway.
Okay, Rothgar, give me a D4 roll.
What the hell? I'm also gonna. I have a pearl power. I'm just gonna use it to get my third level spell slot back for the heck of it.
3.
Okay. You have regained from his greater restoration your 1 point of con.
That's delightful.
However, you are still at disadvantage and do not feel well.
I don't think it took all the way.
And
Moo.
right.
You just start staring at the sex grass. Oh, that lady's not here. Thank God.
So in the room I'm at, do I see any kind of knickknacks laying around or anything of interest?
Yeah, give me an investigation roll.
It's not good. It's a 4 or a 7.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not hard to see. There's a pile of clothes, and underneath those clothes, you see this.
I'm gonna take it
Okay.
and I pocket it.
All right.
And is the skeleton still sleeping?
Yep.
What kind of clothes are there?
Just regular commoner clothes. Shirt,
Oh.
pants.
All right, I'm gonna jump through the door
Okay.
to get back out.
All right. Give me a D10 roll.
0 or 10.
Okay. So, yeah, you are now in a building, but there's nobody in it. It looks the same.
Do I see any other items?
Searching around, you find that same idol.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
So Soul Wrench, do you sense that artifact you're looking for? Any
Soul
clues on
Wrench.
your end? For Aaron.
And I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go out again.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything to sense. I mean, it's clearly made by orcs, and we all know that they're not very proficient with the arcane.
I think he's talking about something else.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Azure artifact that you're looking for.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the tiki thing I found.
Give me another D10 roll. Moonflower.
6.
What did you say, Sully, initially?
If you could sense it now that you last time you checked for it, we was like back in the place where the castle was.
It's a good question. Do I have any sense of it?
No.
Oh. No, it's worrying me greatly because if we're anywhere near the Lich Queen and if the Lich Queen is keeping the spark of the Azure close, I feel like I should feel it. I should sense it, but I'm not, which concerns me.
Well, there is always a chance that Asmodeus actually has it. Because I think they're playing games with this at this point.
Moonflower,
Neither option sits well with me.
when you bamp into it's the same room, but the cow is in here on both legs, on 2 legs. He's at the stove cooking something, and he just kind of looks at you and gives a longing cow look into your eyes.
I try to leave before
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
before it can even start me. 3.
Okay, so you jump back and forth.
Doesn't even get an attack of opportunity.
No, it doesn't. There's a sad moo you hear as you disappear. What'd you roll?
A 3.
A 3. Okay. The skeleton. This time you're in the room, and the skeleton is sitting down at the table. It looks like he's reading a newspaper.
Can I tell what newspaper he's reading?
Life and Times of the Undead.
Fake news.
Haven't you heard? It's all fake news.
All ball bearings these days.
Moonflower considers taking that newspaper for Theria because he knows that she'd like it, but he decides to go out.
Okay.
Back to 0.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but it's probably. I don't know how to use these doors to do anything other than separate ourselves. I mean, maybe if we link hands, we'll all go to the same place, but I wouldn't count on that.
It's the skeleton with his hands up against the fire this time.
No, you just gotta. It just goes someplace random, Moo.
Finding Moonflower means either we wait here until Moonflower finds us, or we just scatter ourselves to the 4 winds.
Yeah.
What about this half a tapestry of
I'll try to get him.
badgers fighting mummies? Could that somehow help?
You never know.
Yes,
It's a secret.
Are you guys
All I-
mapping this out on graph paper?
All I know
I'm
is
just gonna hold the tapestry up to the ruins and see what happens.
Moonflower, what are you doing?
I jumped through the door again.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay. You bamf into the room with the skeleton eating the soup, and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, have a seat." And then you hear a noise. You look behind you, and the door jamb burns up, and the runes are gone.
The door jamb burns up.
Yeah, like it just like burns. It doesn't take, just like burns, so none of the runes are there. It's like you've used up the dimension door too much and broke it.
what about the one in
It's
our room?
all fun and games till you break the damn shit.
Moonflower kind of sighs and says, "Sure."
Come,
And so-
sit a spell, friend. Sit a spell.
Sure.
You guys are in that room, and you notice the same thing. The door jamb just burns up.
God damn it, that wasn't what I meant to do with the tapestry.
He's holding it up to the door frame as the rune burn behind him.
Oh, good
We're all
job, Moo.
Now he'll never get back. We've lost Moonflower.
God damn it. I'm sorry, guys.
Way to go, Moo.
Although we may want to remember that your tapestry can do that in case we come across other sigils we need to break.
I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Does your cloak not work here?
Mine?
Moonflower is not touched by the Molax. What's the range on your telepathy, Moonflower?
120 feet. I kind of send out a message, radially, saying, "Hark, I am here. Can you hear me?"
And
Does
the
the
undead.
party hear me?
Oh, he just walked. Oh, there he is.
What?
I didn't see you there for a second.
Moonflower communicates telepathically.
Telepathically.
Telepathically. And 120 feet is his range. He goes around. It says,
Okay.
"Hark, can you hear me?"
Is that what you say? Hark, can you hear me?
Yes.
Little does he know, nobody here has that ability except for him, so we can't respond.
Can we hear him?
All you suddenly hear something in your mind. You hear, "Wait, me hear you coming for your brains."
I mean, we can all agree that definitely sounds like Moonflower.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's what he normally sounds like, right? That's what I always hear.
Yeah, that's just a constant broadcast that he puts out, right?
Every second. I ask the skeleton if there's how can I get back to the pasture?
Oh, it's right outside the door.
I noticed that there are multiple houses. Every time I walked in through the door, I came into another house with different individuals similar to yourself.
Oh, we just watch over the.
Watch over who? Watch over who?
We watch over the fields.
Oh, so how are all these houses linked together?
And he gets up and starts to examine the door jamb. Well, it was through these runes that are now gone.
Do these runes have a limit? And to how often they can be used?
Yes, they do. Are
Have
you lost?
I am. My friends, and now I'm stuck here. Apparently, the door jamb burned. Can I walk back to one of the other houses from here, or is the only way through this door jamb?
Well, which house were you at?
There were no skeletons inside. Unfortunately, I don't recall any particular details about this house that set it apart from any of the others.
Yes, they tend to build them all the same. Well, I would say proceed through the pasture and through the tunnel. And there's a couple more houses. Maybe they can be of assistance.
Okay.
If not, the princess surely can help you out and get you back to where you need to go.
Princess?
Yes.
Where is she at?
Well, she's beyond the dragon's teeth. She is the one that we look after and protect.
I see. Does your princess leave often?
No, she has stayed here a long time.
If I look at the ruins, are they completely burned up, or can I still make them out?
No, you can't even. You'd be hard to tell if there are even any there.
I see. Well, thank you for your time. And I'm just gonna walk out into the pasture, and
Okay.
if I can find this tunnel.
You walk by the cow as it in the field looks at you.
I look away and walk faster.
Okay. All right, and we will stop right there. Is that cool?
Yep.
Moo.
All righty.
All right. I'll see you all next week.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Take care, everyone.